Three. All right.
All right, bam, guys, we back with another one. You know what I mean? Episode 3. Let's get it. A little look into the game coming up on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So man, let's go. So basically, first question I had, and I wanted to ask you, what Jimmy G do you think we're gonna get? Are we gonna get the Jimmy G from last week? Do you think we're gonna get the Jimmy G from last year? What Jimmy G you think is gonna show up?
So I was actually watching like breakdown footage on Jimmy, and so obviously they were saying that he was injured, right? That he was playing injured, which is why Shanahan pulled him off because
Right.
bad play with injury wasn't going well. So I was looking at some of the plays, bro. Like especially his 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
His ankle's not right, and I'm telling you this because he was throwing off of his left foot and like
Right.
literally like kind of like hopping off his right. Obviously not stepping into his throw, bro. So it was like the trajectory was completely off.
Right.
Depending on how he feels, I would say if he's like 95 to 100% on Sunday and he's a go, even if he's a go during practice, bro, I
Right.
would say we could probably see Jimmy G of last year. But if he's still injured, I mean, look, at this point, bro, if Jimmy G doesn't even play, if Jimmy G plays at 80%, which is not good enough, or doesn't play, the season's over. It's a wrap, bro. Because the fact that CJ Beathard has been, well, last week at least he was chosen in front of Mullins. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the coaching staff, bro. I don't understand what's behind the decisions, even
Right.
with Brian Allen, like we spoke about it last week. But stay on topic. I think if Jimmy's at 100%, bro, I think we see Jimmy of last year. What about you? What do you think?
That's a tough one, bro, because like you said, you went back and watched, and I seen it too, and I did see that he was still hurt. And I do know that they say that high ankle sprain is a 4 to 6 week injury. Being that he was only out 3 weeks or at really 2.5, and then came back and played. As far as timetable is concerned, he could still be somewhat a little limpish, you know what I mean, come game Sunday. So I really honestly I don't know. I'm hoping we get something close to Jimmy of last year, but it's really a toss up, man. And I don't want to really make a decision and be dead wrong. But I say he plays decent. I say he plays better than last week
Do you
for
think he
sure.
plays good enough to win?
And now that's the thing. It's not going to be all on Jimmy though. You know, we're going to need the defense to play. It's going to be a lot of different things that need to happen for us to beat that Rams team. But I mean, if Kyle draws up the right plays, if the offense is running smoothly, then yeah, I could see Jimmy playing well enough for us to win that game.
Now, do
You
you
know what
think
I
it's
mean?
a combination with Jimmy? You think it's a combination of bad ankle and terrible O line?
And you know what? That is a big part of it. Looking at some plays, how the O line played, the O line did not play well. The O line played like trash. So uh, it's everything because if you look at the way Mullins played as well behind that same line, Mullins was shaky.
Yeah.
CJ was shaky. So the line is definitely a factor in it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to ask you as well, is this a realistic game that we could win? Like realistically looking at it, the Rams are playing pretty decent ball. I'm not gonna say they're playing, the top echelon of teams, but they're playing decent ball. Realistically, could we win this game?
The fan of me is gonna say yes because I'm a diehard.
Right.
But if I'm being realistic, bro, like if I'm gonna like really be honest with myself and with like people, nah, we don't
Right.
stand a chance, bro. We couldn't
Don't
even
stand a
beat.
chance.
Nah, we couldn't beat the Eagles and we couldn't beat the Dolphins. We got blown out by the Dolphins, bro.
True.
I mean,
Right.
like that loss wasn't only on Jimmy. I mean, the coaching staff. I mean, Kyle's decision making was him and Robert Sala, bro. I like again, like talking about last week. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Brian Allen, you let you let him on an island, a huge island that pretty much
For
anybody had
way
access.
too long. For way too long at that.
So I mean, look at the end of the day, I don't understand. Like to me personally, I feel like there's something else going on in the organization right now. Um, like I said, we're in a weird situation. Like I was telling you yesterday, um, the Titans were held at a practice for 2 weeks, and they just blew out the Bills. last night.
Still look good. Still look like a damn good team.
So I can't sit here, bro, and be a realist and say, oh, all these injuries. Yeah, injuries definitely play a factor into us not being the team we were last year.
Right.
But bro, a team was held out for 2 weeks without practicing due to COVID-19, and they come out and blow another undefeated team that was a contender last year,
Facts. Facts.
and we can't even hang with the bottom feeders of the league right now.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think? I
So,
mean, realistically, do you think we stand a chance?
well, you still didn't give me a yes or no. So
Oh,
you gave me,
no, no, no,
no.
no.
So you're going with no. So to play devil's advocate, I'm gonna roll with realistically. Do we have a shot at winning this game? Of course we do. We still have Kyle Shanahan. Still got Jimmy G. We got Raheem Mostert, one of my favorite players on the team. We can win. We can beat them. We swept them last year. It's not impossible that we could beat them. I know right now this team is nothing like the team from last year, but at the same time, a lot of the pieces are the same. The coaching staff's the same. And when it's a rivalry game and somebody you play twice a year, you got so much tape and so much to go off of. Kyle, I'm sure, has a separate playbook for every team in our division when he plays them. He knows what works against them and what doesn't work. So we definitely, realistically, we still have a chance of winning this game. Now, if I would go to Vegas and make a bet, would I take the Niners to win this game? Probably not. You know what I mean? But realistically, do we have a chance? We have a chance. Would I take
Oh,
the Niners in this game? Even giving us points, I probably wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. No, I mean, look at I don't like I keep saying, bro. To me, there's something else going on. Like everybody's been saying, bro. I've been keeping up with with Twitter, with YouTube, with the media and everything.
right,
Nobody understands or comprehends where Sherman got injured. Everybody was like, the game ended, and I didn't even trip off of this. That Monday, Shanahan didn't say anything.
that's part
Nobody.
of what I was saying when I first told you, bro. It was weird to me because I didn't see during the game where he had got hurt. And the following day, when he does the press conference and he reads off injuries, Sherman was not on the injury report.
Nope, nope, nope. He didn't appear till
So
the following week
it was the following week that he appeared on the list.
on Wednesday, not even a Monday.
And that's what I mean. And it goes into what I was telling you about what I was hearing going on in the inside the organization. Now, I don't know if my sources are that, you know what I mean, good, but from what I heard, there's some other stuff going on right now.
And you know what? And I don't. Again, bro. Like I don't just what you see, what we've seen so far. Like the Brian Allen situation. It was too weird, bro. From the team that we seen last year, even even the past 3 years when we were losing,
Right.
just a situation like that you leave a practice squatter out after two big blown plays, then you allow him to give up 3 touchdowns,
3.
and so then you follow with Akilo, right? Because that's another that guy, like Dante Winter said, bro. He is soft, bro. He is soft.
Capital T. Soft.
And then I was tripping out after we did the show last week. You did
Right.
say that more was available, and I didn't even trip off of that. How
More
did
was available.
how did Brian Allen jump over more?
I have no idea. And not just more, Webster. We have Webster. I think he was a little banged up.
Yeah, but they said he was injured.
Was he banged up? But did he
Uh-huh.
suit up for the game? Because I think he
Mm,
didn't. I think he still suited up for the
might
game.
have, you might have,
If I'm
but
not mistaken, I think he did. And that's what I mean. I think there were bodies. There were people you could have, even if Webster, let's say Webster wasn't dressed, I would have felt more comfortable with Moore being there at corner than you throwing somebody from off the streets to starting corner. That's just me.
and Shanahan, they asked him, like, okay, why didn't you use more Tavares more? They're like, well, he gave this whole run around how that
It
if
was
you
an
use
option.
more, then it trickles down, it affects other positions, and blah 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 blah
Hmm.
blah 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 blah, blah, right? The whole, but That doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
I mean, honestly, I don't know, bro. I After seeing how he played, if I was Salah, let's just say if I was Salah, if I was Kyle Shanahan, after the first drive where he got burnt twice before he gave up a TD, I would have already been earpiece and trying to talk to Warner or whoever has the earpiece, saying, "Hey, tell that safety to cheat over there. We're gonna need him to cheat over." You know what I mean? Like before it even got out of hand, I would have been sending the signal to cheat over to that side. So I don't know, bro. It was weird to see how long they left him on that island for.
And not to like backtrack and talk about what we did talk about in the last podcast. It's just it still comes back to this because there's still questions as to
Hmm.
why we are where we are,
Right.
having been at the Super Bowl last year. Like, yeah, I understand we lost Nick Bosa, Solomon Thomas. You know, God bless his heart. The guy couldn't play, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They kept
And
him
a
there,
contract here as well.
right?
Yeah, that time.
And D Ford, I mean, I don't know why people are still tripping off him. He played what, like 5 games last year? Yes, he's a difference maker, but he played 5 fucking games.
Yeah.
I mean, he was never really there to begin with.
Yeah.
But we have most of. I mean, yeah, we don't have CBs, but I mean, for the most part, we have still have most of our defense intact. Our offense is all there. It makes no sense why we scored 17 points last week.
And
Our
that's
whole
why
offense
Kyle
was there.
that's why Kyle had to hold a part of that L as well. And I mean, not just for snatching Jimmy or the decisions he made at quarterback, but you didn't draw up a game plan that would have scored enough points for you to win. There were some plays that, we missed on or whatnot, but I didn't see enough plays to make a difference where we would have scored enough to have won that game. The offense was out of sync. He didn't call enough money plays, if you will, money plays that would have gotten that ball downfield that could have gotten us in position to put up more points. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say Kyle had to hold that too.
Look, it's gotten so wild out here in the Bay Area with what's going on
Hmm.
that like fans are calling for Shanahan's seat, which is absurd. It's absurd, dude. Like, if you fire him, who the fuck are you going to hire? You
Someone
want to
worse,
keep losing for the next fucking 10 years?
right?
Fire him. I mean, granted, he doesn't have a winning record, but
True.
he's taken us to the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
and that counts for something. I mean, that at least has bought him, I would say, another 2 years to his extension.
Right.
Let's say we end up with like a losing record this year.
Hmm.
I think they'll sweep it under the rug and say, okay, toss it up to we lost Nick Bosa, Richard Sherman wasn't there,
Right.
everybody was getting injured left and right. Okay, cool. So they'll give him this year if we don't win. Next year, everybody comes back healthy and we still don't win, bro. I feel like that would be. I think that would be his last. And people are calling for Jimmy. People don't even. People are saying Jimmy's trash. That
Yeah.
he's no better than Mullins. That
Right.
all this crazy stuff. Look at. I think the comparisons to Russell Wilson and Mahomes need to stop. Those are generational players
Yeah.
that unfortunately the 49ers have had opportunities to pick and have not. We've never had a coach, I believe, that's been able to scout a fucking franchise quarterback.
Quarterback. Not in a long time. Not since it was Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh. Not only was he able to acquire Joe Montana, he was able to get Steve Young as well. So you're talking about the top two, not just two, but the top two best 49er quarterbacks to ever do it. You know what I mean? They all came from one man. And since then, I think you had what Steve Mariucci was able to get Jeff Garcia. I think that would be the next best thing to what Montana and Steve Young did. I don't even think that Jimmy Garoppolo has jumped Jeff Garcia yet as a
Oh
quarterback.
no, not at
For
all.
the Niners, I don't think he's jumped Jeff Garcia yet. So yeah.
But see, the thing is with Jimmy, when he first came in the first 5 games when we first acquired him, bro, he
Mhm.
looked. If I compare him from then to
Amazing.
now, it just seems like Shanahan changed them because
Hmm.
the Jimmy that came in 5 games, granted, we had nothing to win, we had nothing to lose because nothing was happening.
We're one
But
in what were we? 1 in 10, 1 in 9, something
yeah,
like that when he took
something
over.
like that.
Yeah,
So there was nothing to lose, but at the same time, if he wasn't good, he wouldn't have came in and knocked out. He wouldn't have been undefeated for the rest of that
for,
season,
for to close out the season. Yeah,
knocking off teams that were going to the playoffs. That
yes, on
that's
his
what
way.
I'm looking for.
Yes, he did.
He had zip in his passes. He was scrambling. He was
Mhm.
reading. He was going through his reads quickly,
He
uh,
was.
and he was playing with scrubs. That year that he came in, we had
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah. That receiver core was nothing like what we have now.
I think
You
Trent
know,
Taylor was his best receiver in those 5 games, aside from George Kittle. But Trent Taylor, as a receiver, was
right?
his best receiver there because
Yeah,
Bourne still hadn't came into himself at that time.
right. No, yeah, you're definitely right about that. And I've talked to many people about that same thing. That I felt like when Jimmy G came, I don't know if Kyle simplified the book. If he just told him, look, this read or that read, you decipher which one's open and make the pass. I don't know if he simplified it that much for him, but it just seemed like he didn't know the whole offense. You know what I mean? He was able to get a couple plays down. I don't know how much, but he balled out, bro. He did look a lot better than what we've been seeing as of late. Because think about it, bro. He had in those 5 games, I think he threw for over 300 yards like 3 or 4 times. Three
Yep.
times for sure. I
Yep.
know for a fact he threw over 300 yards 3 times in those games. So I don't understand why he doesn't do it now. Jimmy G barely throws for 250 in the start. Now,
I mean, yeah, bro. Like I said, 2020 is a weird year, and it's gotten
very weird.
weirder now for the 49ers.
Hmm.
Um, just because I look around the league and everybody that was a contender last year, like I told you, is still a contender,
Except for us.
minus the Saints. Because it does. I
Oh,
mean,
they're still
they're three
contending,
and two, but they're not the team that they were last year. I mean, because
but they're still contending.
they're having problems too. I mean, Michael Thomas just took off on one of his
Ooh,
teammates. So
did
um,
he?
yeah. So they played the Chargers, right? Yeah, he didn't play that game because
Yeah.
during practice he took off on one of his teammates, so they suspended him for a game.
Wow. I didn't know that. I knew he was still dealing with the injury, and they had him marked as questionable, and he didn't end up playing. I have him on one of my fantasy teams, but I
Yeah,
did not hear that. That's
he was
crazy.
available to play, but he got suspended by the team for smashing on his teammate. I don't know for what, but But I mean, aside from that, Aaron Rodgers balling, Russell Wilson is balling with no defense.
Balling,
So it
balling.
goes to show you that offense still can keep you in games. We have a better offense than the Seahawks, and for some reason, it ain't clicking.
I mean, at this point right now, from what I've seen this year, we don't have a better offense than the Seahawks. On paper, you take DK Metcalf, and then we have Debo. You know what I mean? They got Lockett. We don't have anybody probably as good as Lockett. I think
Well,
our running back situation. What was that?
we have Ayuk who could who could take the top off. And I was looking
Yeah, but
at
he's
film
he's a
breakdown.
rookie. He's a rookie, so it's yet to be seen. You know what I mean? We as Niner fans, yeah, of course, I would take Ayuk over Lockett, even though Lockett's better. But it's a Niner
I mean,
thing.
yeah,
We
right now,
haven't, you know
yeah.
what I mean? We haven't seen him be a top receiver. So I don't know if our offense is better. I think Kyle Shanahan is great at calling plays, and I think that he can make our offense look better. I think we average more points per game than them last year. You know what I mean? But
But on that whole receiver thing, real quick, little detour. Um,
mhm.
was Debo Samuel a better pick for us over DK Metcalf, or do you feel like
Now it's funny you say that because I remember we were like the first team during the draft to kick the tires on Metcalf, and there was like a little issue, so we ended up not drafting him, and then he slipped for like a whole round, and then Seattle took him. But I say for Kyle Shanahan's fit and the things that he asked his receivers to do with the end arounds and the jets, just the different things that he has them do, I think he fit better for Kyle Shanahan's system. Yeah, I
now?
mean, I wouldn't mind having DJ Metcalf, but
Do you think Debo Samuel would be a lot better if we had a quarterback like Russell Wilson?
no doubt about it. No, I mean you're talking about top three, if not number one quarterback in the NFL. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, how they, that's, but at the same time, Russell Wilson, you can make an argument that this year he's playing better than anybody. You know what I mean? So definitely, if we had him in the way he's playing this year, yeah, Debo would look amazing playing with Russell Wilson.
So
But someone like Dante Pettis could even look damn good playing with the Russell Wilson. That's the
so
thing.
it was hella
You
funny. I was talking to one of my boys at work, and
Uh-huh.
I said, and I said this because he was like, what's up with your Niners? And I said, and we're talking about the whole division, and I said, and I tripped off of it after because it's going to lead into Jimmy Garoppolo.
hmm
I said, if the 49ers, if you insert Russell Wilson to the 49ers with this offense that we have right now, it'd
Right.
be terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt about it.
Kansas City wouldn't stand, everybody in the league wouldn't stand a chance, bro.
No team
Imagine
would.
Russell
Because
Wilson, Raheem Mostert, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle,
yeah,
um, fucking who else? Jordan Reed,
Jordan Reed when
Jet
he comes
McKinney.
back. Yeah, dude. Okay, see, this is the thing with that. You're talking about moving him from that team to this team and giving a guru, a genius, as they call Kyle Shanahan, even though we don't always see it, someone like Russell Wilson, someone where even if the play didn't work and it breaks down, he can keep it alive and let these guys run around and find holes in the zone. Dude, it'd be complete night and day from what we are right now if we have Russell Wilson. Complete night and day.
So it leads me to this question:
All right.
do you want to see Jimmy Garoppolo as a Niner, or would you want the 49ers to kick tires, potentially trade or in the draft looking for a mobile quarterback that potentially could be a Russell Wilson?
Nah, you know what? I'm a lot of I'm a skeptic when it comes to things like that. I hear people say certain things, and for me, I like to roll with the guys that we have. You know what I mean? I don't like to say, oh, I would switch this guy out, and if we had that guy, I like Jimmy. I like Jimmy for this team. I like the way the team plays for Jimmy. You know what I mean? Especially when everything's good and things are rolling. This team gets up and they play for Jimmy. You know what I mean? So it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Who would be available? Like I think I told you before, if you're talking about Aaron Rodgers or something like that for a couple years to get rid of Jimmy, yeah, I might think of that. But at the same time, I still would want to keep Jimmy because he's the guy that brought us here. He's the guy that's got us in the position that we were in last year. So I would roll with. What do you think?
I'm with you. I like who we got. For me, I'm a firm believer. I was talking to my boy again, my coworker. I said I could only wish I would. It would be a dream come true if this year we're a wild card team. You know, everybody's down on us. They ain't
Right.
gonna do it. We're barely pulling wins off here and there. Our record's what, like 11-5 maybe? Because I mean that'll get us into the playoffs.
I could say even worse. Say 10-6, and we backdoor the playoff in the seventh spot.
Let's say 10-6, right?
Right.
And then kind of like the San Francisco Giants did it in the year 2010 when they won the World Series.
Right.
They backdoored the wild card
Yeah.
playoff.
Yeah.
They barely made it, bro.
Yeah.
Skimmed their
They
way
did.
through into the playoffs, and as soon as they got in, bro, it was a wrap. They
Yeah.
took down everybody.
Everybody made teams
Everybody.
pay. Made them pay. Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in baseball, it's even harder, bro, because I think you have like four fucking series before you even get to the actual World Series. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
With that wild card playing game. Yeah.
Exactly. And obviously you have like 4, 5, 6, 7 games in one series, so it's a bunch of games. But anyways, they
Right.
ended up winning the World Series. But like back to it, I could only dream that this year would be that, right? Everything is weird right now. We're losing players everywhere, right? We're the underdogs. We're ranked number 25th in the power rankings as of today.
We slid to 25. I remember seeing 21, and they've dropped us since then, huh?
Yep. So I mean, we're a thing of the past, right? Super Bowl? What? Who, who do you think you
And
are?
you know, it's funny that you say that. That's why I still reserve that little bit of space. When you ask me week by week, do I think that it's over? Or with another L, would it be over? no, I have to reserve that little bit of space for a chance of something like that happening. There's always a team that you don't see coming. They used to call them the Cinderella team that had that spotty season, and they might have went 8-8, it might have been 9-6, whatever it would be, but they would make the playoffs and then they might make noise. They might make it all the way to the conference championship game and then lose. Sometimes they would go all the way to the Super Bowl, but the Niners are still good enough of a team to be that type of a team. So I still reserve that little bit of space of not giving up on the season, because who's to say we don't spiral out 3 or 4 wins in a row? If something like that's to happen, then they're going to say, "Oh, look out! Looks like those Niners are catching on," and you'll never know what happened from that point forward. So yeah, I reserve a little space for that. I definitely think we could do that.
The only
Um,
reason the only reason I said that I don't think we'll go anywhere if we lose this game against the Rams is because if we can't beat the Rams, which I would say is the easier of the easiest team of the gauntlet.
right,
I mean, do you really realistically think they'll pull? I mean, you never know. Again, like I said, you're right. You never know.
never
Maybe
know.
they lose this game, and then against the Patriots, they just devour the Patriots, and then the Seahawks, and then the Saints, and then the Packers, so on and so forth. Uh,
Right,
but I mean, if there's a team that could be a Cinderella team this year, it's the Niners, bro. Out of any team in the league right now,
right,
you lose your star players. You got a bunch of these underdogs that are most of these guys, like Kerry Hyder, playing their tail off.
yeah,
Fred Warner playing his tail off, bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If these guys could get them to get the whole team to rally around, it's kind of like, get them back in order. Like, hey, it's not over yet. Like, let's get this thing on track.
And sometimes all it takes is that one win versus a division rival or something like, what I mean, the Rams. Sometimes that's all it takes. But I feel like the key to the next few games or to us even starting to get back on track is the running game. This Niner team plays so much better when the running game is working. And I don't mean working like, the Niners get 100 yards rushing in the game. No, I mean the running game working like we're rushing for 175 to 200 a game like we were doing last year to
Yeah,
teams. When you're playing like that, you're not just dominating the time of possession, you're keeping that other team off the field. You're still getting your sevens. You're dominating. You're forcing teams to play your style of football. And a
yeah,
lot of teams don't respond well or play well when they have to play another team's
yeah,
style of football. So
yeah.
if this Niner team can do that, I'm telling you, bro, I still believe. I haven't given up, not a tad bit. Now let me get to we had another question I wanted to ask you. That's right. Ooh. So will Salah in the defense be prepared? Will he be prepared for this Rams team?
So let me. That's a good. Okay.
Or
All right.
did you want to touch? Did you want to touch
No,
the last?
no, no,
No,
no, no,
okay,
no. We're
okay.
good. Yeah, let's move on. Um, I think I would want to say this that Salah's smart enough to have learned from the ignorance that he pulled last week, right?
Right.
Um, and look, I gave you a crazy stat. Jason Verrett has 24 yards allowed in three
Yeah.
games.
Was that
24
four
yards.
catches? Was it for
Yeah,
four?
4 catches. So
Damn
A,
good.
they haven't been thrown his way, and B, when they have, he's been
He's
shutting
been
them
all
down.
over it. He's been all over it.
So I've been hearing a lot of like trash talk, like, oh, the Niners are playing with their third and fourth string cornerback. Have some respect on Brett's name. I mean, he's not a third or fourth stringer at this moment. He was injured. He was supposed to be a starter alongside Sherman. That was the idea in this offseason.
True. True.
But
True.
obviously, a little hamstring setback set him back a little bit, and then Sherman with an mystery calf injury.
Is it the calf or is it the hammy?
It's a
What
calf. It's a calf. I was
calf?
wrong. I
Okay.
said hammy last last pod.
Okay.
You're gonna be like,
Okay.
what the fuck, dude? You stupid. It's a calf. Um, no, but honestly, if we get Mosley back,
Right.
I think we'll be set, bro. I mean, that's the only thing we were missing was another corner that could actually hold it down on the other side.
Right. Right. Um, I don't know. Do you know how long Kwan Williams is going to be out for? That nickel spot kind of scares me a little bit too.
Oh, Jamar Taylor,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Being down the nickel guy, but
Well, the short term IR is 3 weeks, so
right.
the
So
earliest
we'll
you can
be
get him
getting
is
them
three
back.
weeks.
We'd be getting them back. Cool. Yeah. Well, we'd be able to survive. Yeah. Damn. I feel like Salah's got his work cut out for him after what we seen last week. I'm not saying that he can't, come up with a game plan, but I just really want to see him get back to doing what got us to the Super Bowl. I want to see more zone, less man. I know they're running a lot more man, but I want to see them do what they did last year because it seemed like at one point in the season, nobody could get any passing yards on this Niners defense. When we had two solid corners and our safeties were healthy, we were holding quarterbacks to 97 yards passing. And I know the D line had a big
Yes, I was
part of it.
about to, I
I
was about
know
to
what
tell
you're
you
gonna
that.
say.
I was about to
I
tell
know
you
what
that.
you're gonna say. But at the same time, there were some games where we were getting pressure, but we weren't getting sacks. And that defense was still holding up as far as passing yards for a game. We were close to setting a record for the lowest amount of passing yards given up by it wasn't all sacks. We weren't close to setting a record in sacks last year.
Oh no.
So that means that
The
defense,
pressure was
that back
there.
end was still playing damn good. You know what I mean? So I feel like Salah, yeah. After what happened last week, he knows that there's a bullseye on this defense's back now.
Dan Quinn is out there.
Hmm.
Dan Quinn
Hmm.
is out there. So
You know,
what I think would be a good idea,
hmm.
my thing, you bring in Dan Quinn as a consultant, defensive consultant, right?
Okay.
Um, give your defense a little bit more of a, I guess, a different look. Get more creative because I feel like at this point, the thing that scares me right now, it seems like the Niners are on this path of, all right, man, we'll lose one, but let's see what happens in the next one.
Next game.
They have this weird thing where they're like, oh, okay, just one more time, and then we'll try to change it. And I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I think as a consultant would be cool, but I'm saying
No,
like,
I agree. I like that idea. I like that idea. And he also came from Seattle, so he knows that scheme.
yep,
He's very familiar with the scheme that we run. So that was
yeah.
a good idea. Maybe to kick the tires on Dan Quinn. I'm not opposed to that.
I mean,
Not opposed
he's
to that.
out there. He's out there.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The pass rush, again, even if we weren't getting sacks, just the pressure that we were getting on quarterbacks last year
right.
was enough to pump a little fear into them. I mean, you had Defoe, you had Nick, you had
True.
Armstead, you
True.
had Ford, and if you didn't have Ford, you had Ronald Blair, you had DJ Jones. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
bro, our D line last year was
It was
nuts,
nasty. It was.
nuts.
It
This
was. It
this
was.
year we have Armstead, DJ Jones,
Yeah.
Hyder, Kinlaw, who's growing with each game, but he's nowhere near being a Buckner.
Mhm.
And then, bro, I don't even know who the fuck is on the other side.
It's just Kevin Givens. There's
Oh
other
yeah,
people we
yeah.
have. We have Jordan. We have other pieces, but I'm going to ask you the same question now, but I'm going to flip it to the other side of the ball. So, will Kyle and this offense be prepared for that Rams defense? Will this offensive line be prepared for that Rams defensive line and the monster and Aaron Donald that they have
No,
up
no,
front?
no,
No.
no.
So, you're more confident that the defense will be prepared for what the Rams are going to bring than the offense being prepared for the Rams.
Yeah, my confidence in Kyle Shanahan right now, bro. I don't trust him at all right now. I don't trust him at all. I feel like as a fan and him being the coach of the Niners, bro, I feel like he pulled a fast one on us for the past
Right.
2 weeks. You're this genius, but you couldn't put up points against the Dolphins. You couldn't beat
Yeah.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, at 2 games, bro, I could look at you and say maybe last year was a fluke. maybe you really ain't that guy.
Mm, mm. Honestly, I feel like he's going to be prepared, and this might be me just reserving that little bit of hope that we can string up some wins and get this shit still going. But I feel like Kyle in division games against division foes, he usually has a decent game plan and he knows how to stick it to that team. So I think he's gonna have some hot shit ready to in the chamber, ready to go.
Look,
And we might
I
we
don't want
might
people to get it twisted. I'm not saying that he's not a genius and that he's not going to be great. I'm just saying, you know,
right.
when you move a certain way, you get people questioning you. Not saying that
Sure.
I'm saying he's a fraud. Nah, he's not a
Right.
fraud. But I'm just saying these past two games that got me thinking. May last year have been a fluke.
Yeah,
May it have
maybe.
been that nobody was ready, just nobody saw it coming, and we stunned everybody, and we got that far. And the Super Bowl
Yeah.
proved we weren't that team.
It's possible. If you go back to the year before last year when we went to Super Bowl 2018, Kyle's play calling and the things he didn't look genius all the time. Now, granted, Jimmy G was out and he was using Mullins and Beathard. Maybe that's part of the reason why it didn't look that great. Who
But
knows?
this is the funny thing. I don't think Kyle's gonna be ready, but I still think we win on Sunday.
You still think you're taking us to win the game?
The Niner in me
There you go.
allow me to say that we're gonna lose, bro. Come on.
Like you said, man, the Niner in us, bro. You know what I mean? The Niner in
Right.
us. It won't allow me to take us to lose too many games. But
Nah,
yeah, I definitely think though that Kyle should be on his P's and Q's. He should be crossing every T, dotting every I, and having this Niner team ready to go on Sunday.
I
That's
think
what I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I think Kyle needs to get his shit together, bro. If it's
Yeah.
not, if there's nothing going on in the locker room, like that's team morale destroying, uh,
Mm-hmm.
then he needs to get his shit together, bro. Because as of right now, the way shit is playing out, it seems like something else is going on in that locker room, bro. And somebody's
And
not dealing with somebody.
we will see come Sunday if he's not able to get these guys ready to play, or maybe like you said last week, has he lost the team? If he has lost the team, it's going to show. If he can't get these guys ready, or and these guys aren't on the same accord, or you still see assignments being blown on the defensive side of the ball, and Trent blowing blocking assignments. If we just keep seeing everything that we've been seeing in the previous weeks, yeah, we might be able to kiss the baby on this season if we can't get this one.
I mean, shit. If he's lost a team, bro, he might as well kiss the baby on Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch too.
We'll see. And the thing about that, knowing how we roll, say we have a bad record, they're gonna bail him out with the year from before we went to the Super Bowl. He might be on the hot seat 2021, depending on how we do that year. But the Niners just have a past of holding on to coaches for too long anyway. You know what I mean? We
You think we held on to Harbaugh too long?
no, not whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Harbaugh.
I'm just
Harbaugh is different. Harbaugh is different. That's different.
yes.
And you know what? There has been terrible coaches that we got rid of in just the right amount of time, like Singletary 1 year, Tom Sula 1 year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
I don't know, bro.
I think that goes back to Jed York just being, I don't know, bro. I think he's a kid when it comes to this organization. I think he wants to win so bad that his decision making is terrible.
Yeah,
Like, look at realistically, if you fired Kyle Shanahan, bro, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna find? It'd be a miracle if you found a fucking coach that'll take you to the Super Bowl. That you find another Jim Harbaugh.
Dan Quinn. It's the only thing out there. It's the
Ugh.
only thing. But you know what? When you give Dan Quinn a team that is talented, that aren't injured, he can turn it around. You see what happened when he first went over there to the Falcons. He had
Yeah,
him balling. He had him playing defense and everything.
but I mean, come on, Matty Ice. You can't compare Jimmy to Matty Ice. Matty Ice is Matty Ice. I think at the moment that we are right now, Matty Ice is a way better quarterback than Jimmy
Okay.
Garoppolo.
Not this year. I haven't seen it this year,
Not this
but
year.
body of work, body of work for his career. Yeah, yeah, better quarterback than Jimmy G, no doubt, hands down. hands down.
So it wouldn't surprise me that if this year fails, that York would fire Shanahan. It wouldn't surprise me. Would it be the
Wouldn't
smart?
surprise you?
No, no, it wouldn't surprise. He fired Jim Harbaugh because Bulky was his friend.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
You're
guarantee
right.
we would have won a Super Bowl with Jim Harbaugh.
I feel like we would have too, but I mean, I felt like the problem was Harbaugh and Roman were somewhat cool, cool enough that I felt like he should have got rid of Greg Roman.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to talk about it back then too.
You
Like,
remind me about that. Yeah,
look
we
at
did
look
talk
at
about
Roman's play calling. Used to hit me up and we'd be upset. And dude,
the
they
Super
kept
Bowl
Roman.
was the big one.
Yeah, yeah, man.
More times. Come on.
Yeah. After he Frank Gore just did all this work, drove all the way down that field and get us to the red zone, and you just abandoned giving Frank Gore the ball.
Hey, this Super Bowl, Jimmy just abandoned using Debo and all those jet sweeps and all that. It stopped. It was working. We were working the Chiefs. Chiefs had no answer, and then out of nowhere, poof, gone. The magic is gone.
Yeah, Kyle, he just slipped, dude. He slipped up. Kyle could have called soap twice. I know
Twice.
one
Twice.
of them weren't on us. One's not on us, but the one that he did with us, I feel like, yeah, okay, we weren't up fucking 25 points, but at the same time, we had everything we needed to win that game with 7 minutes. When we got that pick at 10 minutes in the game, 10 minutes left, we had just picked them off for the second time. That drive should have been a 4 minute. We're just going to run it down their throat like we did to Green Bay 2 weeks before. We're just going to hammer them. I don't care. I'm not passing the rock. We're just going to hammer it down their throats. We're going to force them to take it. We can give them some end arounds. Let's switch it up and give them some different looks. But all I wanted to see was running plays. Let's milk this clock, punt the ball, whatever. And if we get it back, say they would have scored, we get it back. We do the same thing. It's not enough time for them to come back and win at that point.
He got too cute. He thought it was in the bag.
So I hope he don't get too cute on Sunday. I hope he's got a nice game plan for the Rams.
Nah, I
Because
don't
I'll tell
think.
you one thing,
Yeah.
them Rams ain't about to play with us.
Oh
Them
no,
Rams is not about to play with us,
nah, they're
okay?
not. They're not.
They're gonna try to take us out. They remember what happened when we played them last year. And it's
Yeah.
funny, when we played the Rams last year around this time of the year, they were the team that was reeling. They were the team coming off of 2 L's after starting 3-0, and we went into their house and kicked their teeth down their throat. You know
And
what
they
I
went to the
mean?
Super Bowl that year, right? That was the year they went to the Super Bowl, right?
No. Just last season, the year
Oh,
we went to the
yeah,
Super
oh,
Bowl,
that's right. Yeah,
we
yeah.
all started 3-0. Us, Seattle, and the
Oh, we
Rams, and
smacked them.
then
What was it, 20-3?
we went in their house. It was, yeah, I think they only had a field goal on the board.
You mean we went to our
Maybe
second home?
7. Was
You
it
mean our
7?
second home? Our second home at that stadium? Because
Yeah. And dude, I'm down here and I'm on this side. When I watch the game, bro, I haven't met that many Niner fans in the streets
you're
to
like,
see us in there.
where they at? Where they at?
But yet their stadium was red than a motherfucker. So yeah,
Hell
we did that. We did do that, bro.
So I mean, because we get excited talking about Niners. So to your question, yeah, I think Robert Saleh will be prepared. I think if Mosley plays, I think we win this game. We'll be solid. Witherspoon, I want that dude off the team, bro. I don't even know what he's doing on the team. I don't know why he's taking up spots on the team. Um, for one, you're a mediocre cornerback. Two, you want to then when we don't have any help, you wait till we go down 3 TDs to say, oh yeah, I'll step in now. Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. That
Fuck out
you
of
know
here.
what? I'm not a Witherspoon guy already, but that made me even less of a Witherspoon guy when he pulled that. I even heard Kyle saying, I don't know how much it was true, but Kyle was saying that he was telling them that he didn't think that he was going to be able to go on like maybe Friday or Saturday
Kyle had
going
it.
into the game. But then he told him for a last resort, I'll suit up just in case. So I guess in his head, he didn't think he was healthy enough to play. I don't know. But he played just fine when he did get in the game. Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And when they asked Kyle about that question, bro, he fucking He's like, I'm not in everybody's body. If he says he couldn't go, he couldn't go. I will never make somebody.
Yeah, no, and I get that as a head coach, but at the same time, bro, you dressed him because you could have told him, well, look, man, since you're not feeling like you don't think you'd be able to start, you're not up for it. I think it's best that we suit someone else up. We're not going to suit you up. He still had that option. He still suited him up. You know what I mean?
But see, this is the stuff that I'm talking about, bro. With the team morale. Like, I mean, you're gonna tell me, bro, that if you and me we're on a squad and I'm some mediocre cornerback, bro, and I know they throwing out Joe Schmo out there who has
Right.
no playtime experience, aren't you gonna come up to me and be like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You suiting up,
Yeah.
but you ain't playing? What are you doing? I mean, do you not care if we get this dub or what?
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No
And then
doubt.
and then
Yeah.
and then the head coach is obviously on my side. Hey, bro, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? He's here in case of emergency. And then we lose this game. Aren't you looking at me saying like, bro, you could have prevented those three TDs?
Yes, especially after coming in on the fourth drive and playing what from the second quarter on and
And then
looking solid, looking decent at it at that. Yeah, you damn right. I'd be looking at you like, bro, what was that? You
you
look
looking
fine
at
to
me
me.
and you looking at the coach like, why are you letting this dude sit out? The
Yeah,
fuck you set him up for?
I mean, dude, when you say the coach should have done so many other different things as well, though. Like we said, that safety over the top thing. Let's get this dude off the island. Hell, let's put this dude in zone. Let's only have him play, from the line of scrimmage to maybe 15 yards deep, and have the safety just drape over that side of the field. I wouldn't even have had that guy trying to play deep. He was terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible, bro. He
I,
was
I mean,
terrible.
yeah. So yeah, I think if we have Mosley, bro, I think we good. Verrett and Mosley.
Right.
I don't want to hear no more disrespect on Verrett's name, bro. Until he gets fucking
Burnt,
blown
flat
out.
wasted.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Unless he gets beat all game by somebody,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'll take that he's a third, fourth string cornerback. Until then, I need people to respect him, bro. 3 weeks, 24 yards, 4 catches. That shit ain't. That shit don't. That's not a mistake. That's not luck.
Hats off to him. He's
Yeah, that's
balling right
not
now.
luck. He's
It's not.
balling right now.
He's balling right now.
He's a shutdown corner right now.
He is. That he is. So yeah, no, I definitely give it to him. Hell, man, you had another question or anything? Are we gonna give a score prediction for this in this one? Or are we gonna hold that for the next show? Are we gonna give him another one for the game? Or
I mean, you want to do one on Saturday?
yeah, we can bring him one either Friday night or Saturday. We'll try to bring another one. We don't have to do it tonight. We can we
Uh,
can we can hold that for that game.
all right, yeah. Let's if we don't get on, what else? What we could do is we get on IG Live real quick and just give
Yeah, yeah,
a little score prediction and see who jumps on and wants to talk Niners.
definitely. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that as well. I can also link my Twitter to this, and we can throw it up on there too. So, yeah, we can do that.
We could do that. All right, cool. Yeah. Again, I think we take this dub. I think we win, bro. And I think my Cinderella story comes true. The story that I've always wanted my team to do, to come from behind, be the underdog, and
Right.
just and run the tape, bro, and just and take the whole thing.
Hey, for many a years, I wanted that when the Niners were bad. Like we would start
Uh,
0-3 and all these bad, and I'm like, dude, just something. God, please, just turn the season around and give us a Cinderella season.
and it's never happened.
It usually doesn't work like that for the
Yeah,
Niners. Either we're good or
yeah.
we're bad. It's either good or bad. We don't usually get that, but hey, you never know. This year's different. There's a chance we could be that Cinderella team. I don't know if you got anything else you want to give to the people. I appreciate you guys watching, like, subscribe, all that
Yes,
fun
sir. Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Um, but yeah, man, final thoughts. You got anything else you want to give the people? I got one for them.
I want. All right, I'll let you go first.
All right, final thoughts, man. 49er faithful, my people out there, my brethren, let's not get down on this team yet. Let's stay off of Twitter. Let's stop bashing this team. Let's stop saying the season's over. We're done. Let's have some faith. We are the faithful. So us as the faithful, let's keep faith let's keep faith and keep this alive and see where we go, man, and see what happens on Sunday, man.
Just like Ron said, man. All you fucking fans that talk about you guys are diehards and talking shit, talking about get rid of Jimmy, get rid of Kyle. That Kyle don't know how to scout players. Shut that shit up, okay? Jimmy
Shut
G's
it
the
up.
quarterback, and until otherwise, until you guys find another Patrick Mahomes or another Russell Wilson, I don't want to hear no damn fucking story. Put in Mullins or put in CJ Beathard or go get Matt Ryan. Fuck Kirk Cousins. Fuck him.
Right,
He's on the Vikings. I don't
right.
even want him if he's available. No, Jimmy
Yeah,
G's the quarterback. We're gonna run this thing back this year. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
let's
As
go.
much as I don't think we will, my heart tells me we will. My logic says no, but my heart says yes. So
Right.
all the real fans know what's up, man. We, you know what I'm saying, faithful to the end, win or lose. I'm a Niner forever, man. Regardless, I'll talk my shit, but this is my
Hey,
team.
once we ink it, bro, there's no going back. We're stuck.
Yeah,
We're lifers.
bro. I sit there during the bad games, even though I don't want to watch them. I
I do
still sit
too.
there.
I do too. Trust me. My lady just last Sunday was like, we can turn it off. And I'm like, nah, we're gonna run this to the end. We're not turning this off.
Hey, we should do a reaction right away after a game, bro, because that's when you get the real emotions out of somebody. So,
Yeah, you get the best of the best emotions. That's true. Well, we'll see what's up this Sunday, man. So yeah, everybody, that's today's show. That's episode 3. Thank you for tuning in. Your boys are back. We out of here, man. We'll bring you another show before Sunday.
all right,
All
man.
right, all
Peace.
right, bro. Peace.